Hey guys, CRYPTOSICIAN here. So this is the trade that we caught today. Last week Friday when we saw this bullish move, this very strong bullish candle after the Jerome Powell announcement or press briefing, um, it was obvious that there was a lot of bullish energy that was injected into the market. This is GBP on the 30-minute time frame, sorry, 1 hour time frame. All right, now, so there was an order block here, a 1 hour order block here at that point that I marked on Monday. And when I saw the price was falling to the downside from Monday and consistently breaking structure to the downside, I just knew that this would be a fantastic target. So I took some sales in and out, and then this morning London session opened with a drive into that point. And as I took profit, I knew there was going to be a rejection at that point because that's a 1 hour bullish order block. Seeing that same origin or that order block right there was the order block that was like the source or the beginning of this move that broke structure and took all this liquidity out on Friday. All right, so I knew that would be a very strong bullish point. So lo and behold, New York session came, price tapped into that level, and as we can see on the 1 hour time frame, sorry, the 1 minute time frame here, I'll show you how everything played out. Okay, so on the 1 minute time frame, remember we mark our point of interest on the higher time frame and then wait for confirmation. So you might just decide to risk it and say, you know what, I'm just going to take my entry at that point as price tapped into the order block and then hope that it goes up. But sometimes it's important to wait for more confirmation. So this was the confirmation. Price made a high here, made a higher low here, and then broke that structure, made a higher high. Now, why you should respect this move and see it as a change of character after this downward move is because of where it is coming from. It's coming from, on the higher time frame, a 4 hour order block. All right, when you refine it to the 1 hour or the 30-minute or the 15 minutes, you would also find it as an order block, as a bullish order block. So looking at the higher time frames, you would respect this as a change of character. And so it was important for me to wait for a retest of that 200 EMA and to be sure that the trend had changed. And so I took my trade at that point at 134,380, and then I waited for price to first get to the Tokyo session high, which had not been taken, and that was taken around 134,782. And lo and behold, price has continued to rally. Now back to the 1 hour time frame, we would see where it was heading for. All right, so it took out all this liquidity at this level, and I thought it was going to actually stop there and then consolidate, but it has gone ahead above that level. So I'm waiting to see if the later part of New York session will have price get to this 135, 198 region, and then we call it a close. This is by no means financial advice. This is something that you should take note of. And as you do your own analysis, just, do your own analysis and make sure you do your research before you take your positions. I'm CRYPTOSICIAN and I'm out.